All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about stuff that I predicted. I predicted it, but I was wrong. No, I'm right. Anyway, I'll get to it eventually. Talking about these things in real time for a handful, just a small handful of people, just like you. And just like me, do me a favor if you think about it for like a millisecond. Hit the subscribe button. I've got a long way to go to get up to 82,000. So, yeah, it's not going as well as I thought it was going to go. I thought people would find me and then, switch over. I'm probably going to have to upload some new stuff over to the other channel because I can upload audio. So, I might do like an EBS test thing. I think that would be good. This is a test of the emergency RMO system or something like that. I don't know. It'll be pathetic. Whatever I do, it will be lame. So, Kelly Hansen is going to quit Foreigner. That's the news. Who talked about this like a number of months ago? And then I get all these messages. You don't know what you're talking about. Hasn't happened, has it? It appears that Kelly is still with Foreigner. You got it wrong. No, I got it right. Took a little longer than what I was told, but Kelly Hansen, here's the news for you from blabbermouth.net, one of my favorite all-time websites. I love Blabbermouth. All right, in a surprise moment that brought both judges and fans to their feet, Kelly Hansen, longtime lead vocalist of legendary rock band Foreigner, announced, or as they say it down south here, Foreigner. I love Foreigner. Foreigner is my favorite band. You're missing a couple of letters. Foreigner. Firner. Foreigner. Anyway, he announced he's stepping down live during a special appearance on NBC's The Voice. This is why I got messages overnight. Because people are watching The Voice and they're like, holy crap, I got to tell Dave. Ah! Thank you for telling me about this. I had gone to bed right around 10. Typically, that's when I go to bed. 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm done. I'm not staying up late. Why? I love sleep, all right? Just as a side note, sleep is so underrated. When you get a little bit older, you're going to say, yeah, sleep, that is a cool thing. After 2 decades fronting, it's 20 years of Kelly Hansen from 05 to 2025. That's a pretty good run, right? So after 2 decades fronting the band with one of rock's most iconic catalogs, Hansen revealed he will be leaving Foreigner at the end of the summer 2025 tour. So he's done after the summer tour. That's it. Done. Kelly is out. Now, see, Kelly actually said a couple of years ago, I don't know how much longer I can do this catalog justice. I don't want to be one of these guys who hangs on for too long. Kevin Cronin. Oh, what happened there? Sorry. I had a momentary lapse of reason. In a moving segment that aired nationally, Hansen introduced Luis Maldonado. Really? Wow, I can't believe Luis is going to be his successor. A moment that symbolized both an end and a bold new beginning for the powerhouse group. Translation, Foreigner, or Foreigner, is never going away. Now they've got Luis. And I've been talking about Luis. If you remember, last year on the other channel that's frozen, it's frozen in time. All right? You can go watch the videos where I'm saying, hey, this guy, Luis, is really good. He showed up at a couple of radio stations with 2 of the other guys from the Foreigner touring band. And they did spot-on renditions of Foreigner classics. And I'm like, I like Luis. I like him better. People are like, nah, Kelly Hansen, he's the man. I'm like, yeah, Kelly is all right, but but over here, Luis, or where I'm from, Luis, he's good. And I was right about Luis. He is the new singer. He's already been singing, so made sense. And plus, someone told me based on the band's schedule that all of a sudden Kelly wasn't going to be there. And it was kind of weird, and they didn't know why. And so I put two and two together, and it added up to four. And so you never know. You never know. Math is kind of subjective these days, but yeah, that's how I figured this out. Plus, again, I had someone on the inside. You don't know anybody on the inside. What are you talking about? Am I gloating here a little bit? A little. And I'm not doing it because I wake up each day and I think, I'm going to prove them wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. What's the big deal? To get hate messages like, you don't know what you're talking about. Kelly Hansen is still there. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm gloating. Being the voice of Foreigner has been one of the greatest honors of my life, said Kelly Hansen. But it's time to pass the mic. Pass the mic to Luis. And Luis has the voice, the energy, and the soul to carry these songs into the future. I couldn't be prouder to hand this off to him. See that? That's Kelly Hansen. He's just saying it right here. He's handing the mic to Luis. By the way, Mick Jones has weighed in on this too. Apparently, Mick is well enough to issue statements. He said here, in 1976, my goal was to assemble the finest group of musicians I could find. Results have shown it worked. About 30 years later, Jason Bonham encouraged me to do it all over again. Jason Bonham, by the way, was briefly a member of Foreigner playing drums. I bet you Jason wishes he had kept that gig. And created a brand new Foreigner, and the magic was still there. I was especially fortunate in the choice of a lead singer. Mick says, Kelly Hansen is one of the best front men in our business, and over the last 20 years, he has breathed new life into our songs. His boundless energy and flawless talent has helped us climb the mountain and set up the opportunity for Foreigner vocalist and guitarist Luis Maldonado to bring us home. Wow. He goes on to say, I wish Kelly great happiness in his next endeavors after our summer tour. You know what might happen with Kelly Hansen? He might join one of those Voices of Rock things. You know, former lead singer of Foreigner, Kelly Hansen. Although Lou Gramm already has that space. So, I don't know. You'll see Foreigner Asia Journey, and you'll click on it. Tickets will be $120. Although Kelly can still sing. So, yeah, I think Kelly could do the Foreigner songs, at least for a few more years. But does it really matter if you can sing? I'm just thinking this through out loud. Does it really matter? Look, it's the guy who used to be in Foreigner. I'm going to pay $75 to see the guy who sang for Asia, the guy who sang for Journey, and the guy who sang for Foreigner. And they're not the original singers, but they were in the band. That's all that matters. Beers are still $14. Just want to let you know. All right. Mick goes on to say, Luis was my choice as a guitarist, and he has already shown us what he can do on lead vocals by fronting the band in South America to incredible reviews. He will soon lead that charge that will carry us forward to new heights. Translation, Foreigner isn't going to go away. Foreigner is going to get better, according to Mick Jones. So there you have it, folks. Mick Jones, the caretaker of the franchise, has basically christened Luis Maldonado. Again, go watch those videos. I'll try to find links to them where Luis and two other guys from Foreigner are at various radio stations. They did one last year in Tampa, Florida, and it was stunning how good they sounded. I'm like, yeah, this has got to be the future. This is the way you do it. Now, is this a tribute band? I don't know. It's a brand. It's not a band at this stage. And all of these bands are going to have to transition. I know that's a tricky word these days, but they're going to have to transition to new singers or they're going to just sound like crap. This, by the way, should be inspiration for the owners of the REO Speedwagon brand to go out there and recruit somebody who sounds like vintage Kevin Cronin. See what I'm doing there? There's got to be someone out there who can emulate the early years of Kevin Cronin and revitalize the REO Speedwagon brand and get it back out there on the road. And you'd have Bruce Hall be a part of that for as long as he wants to do it. And people would make money. You could have Foreigner, REO Speedwagon. What other brand? Survivor, they should do it. I mean, that thing has been dormant for years, and they have a great catalog. But the problem is, who's going to be Jimmy Jameson or Dave Bickler? That's rough. But yeah, apparently Luis has got the gig, and I'm sure I'm still going to get hateful messages that I acted too quickly. I spoke without knowing for sure. It's speculation. People do it all the time. People do it in the fake news media every single day. I'm just covering music, which, for all intents and purposes, isn't really that important. All right? I mean, it is and it isn't in the larger scheme of things. Anyway, my name is Dave. Again, if you could subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to support my work over here, Patreon, buy me a coffee, YouTube memberships, PJ Rock Super Chats. By the way, PJ struck again last night with a Super Chat, $5 Super Chat. PJ, thank you very much. You should maybe support PJ when you see his Super Chats. Say, hey, way to go, bro. Thanks for the Super Chat. I appreciate them. And see, I let him know right in the video, but maybe you could let him know. And if you become a patron, you can have conversations with PJ because he's part of the Patreon crew that are in contact with me day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is how I knew when I woke up this morning this was going to be my number one story. Luis Maldonado is going to be the permanent new lead singer of the band Foreigner, and Kelly Hansen is out. As we say down south, though, it's Foreigner. Foreigner, man. I love me some Foreigner, hot-blooded. Give me some Foreigner.